Hi, I am Audrey Kearns, and I am the creator and editor of Geek Girl Authority. You can find us online at geekgirlauthority.com. You can also find us on iTunes. And Geek Girl Authority is a place where we curate the internet for your geeky desires. We bring breaking news and original content, that's my dog, to the nerdly realm. I am also the creator and producer of 5truthsandalie.com. It's a fantastic storytelling show. You can find amazing stories at 5truthsandalie.com. That's F-I-V-E, truthsandalie.com. You can find it there or on iTunes or on Stitcher, podfeet.net. There's a guy at the corner with a transistor radio. He'll give you some information. Just don't look him in the eye and give him prunes. He really likes prunes. Anyway, that being said, this is my contribution to this amazing project. I'm very excited about it. It's called the Read Around the World Experiment, and I am reading to you from Los Angeles, California, in the United States of America. Now, I am going to be reading Death, the Devil, and the Goldfish by my friend and amazing author, Andrew Buckley. Here we go. Prologue. The gentleman stepped up to the podium and straightened his tie. He looked out at the several hundred students whose eyes all rested upon the gentleman's athletic build. An athletic build he was quite proud of at that. He was a renowned gentleman, scholar, professional assumptionist, and part-time religious expert. His theories and social experiments were famous the world over, and as a result, he was invited to the best parties and the most prestigious events. He was happy. New theories were getting harder to come up with, and it had been at least a year and a half since his last lecture at Oxford University. But here he stood, once again, on the brink of high expectations with not one, but 3 new theories to present. The students were honored to have him as guest speaker. And the other professors had waited for this lecture for several months, many of them having abandoned their families and moved across the country and reshuffled their schedules to make time to listen to what was expected to be a world-shaking lecture. Members of the national and international press arrived 2 hours earlier to get the pre-lecture buzz from all the students and faculty. Things like profoundly excited and would trade my left testicle to see that man speak were uttered. The auditorium sat in silence, poised at the edge of their seats, notebooks at the ready, recording devices fully loaded, their studious brains humming, fully prepared to be inspired. The gentleman shuffled his notes and got right to the point. Ladies and gentlemen, he said, I realize that I need no introduction, and so I will get right to the point. Now, several students quickly wrote that down in case there was some hidden meaning to be uncovered later. Today, I have 3 new theories for you, and they will be presented here for the first time. Thunderous applause roared through the auditorium. Several people lucky enough to get seats stood up and applauded even harder. The gentleman breathed his last breath of success. My first is a modern proposal of sorts, and at first glance it may seem absurd. But as we all know, first impressions can be deceiving. A few respectful chuckles arose from the audience. I believe that this modern proposal will benefit the world if taken seriously and pondered to the utmost. The gentleman cleared his throat, shuffled his papers once more, and launched into it with hasty abandon. I present to you a proposal for global public nudity. When expectations had been so high that the people reorganized their entire lives in the fond hope that their expectations would be more than met, it came as quite a disappointment when not only were they not met, instead their expectations were drugged, tied, gagged, placed in a bag, driven out to the middle of God knows where, and buried in a 20-foot deep hole which was then covered with concrete. Almost everyone in the room stopped breathing, and only a few people remembered to blink. To be continued. I'm Audrey Kearns, and thanks for joining me. If you'd like to sign up and join the Read Around the World experiment, just head on over to www.planetkibi.com. That's PLANETKIBI.com, and you can find the address in the video description. And that's it. I can't wait to hear more of Death, the Devil, and the Goldfish from you guys by Andrew Buckley. And remember, live now. Make now always the most precious time. Now will never come again. Oh yes, live long and prosper.